Hi guys, Heather Lynn from Holy Fit here. Just wanted to get on here real quick and talk about cleanses because I know some people are curious about them. Some of you have done them, some of you haven't. Maybe you're thinking about doing them. So I thought I'd talk about that a little bit today. I'm just gonna wait a couple of minutes, let some people from my personal page come over and join. I introduce my videos on my personal page because I know people are kind of paying attention there, and then I try to bring them over here because I know there's a bunch of you on this page and I want to make sure that I'm providing you with good content so you're enjoying the page. So I'm trying to get on here more with these live videos and tell you about stuff that I'm hoping you're interested in. And if you've got stuff that you are interested in and I haven't talked about it and you want me to, leave me a comment or send me a private message, let me know, and then I can talk about that for the next time that I come on and tell you what I found out. So today, talking about cleanses. Personally, I'm not really one to cleanse. I did try one, my very first one, about a year or so ago, and it was fine. It wasn't anything too crazy or too intense. I tried it because it was something that my clients were interested in trying, so I said, well, hey, let's all do it together and we'll see what it's like. And so that's what we did, and it was fun. There was a group of us. We started a little Facebook private group so we could share our experience with each other. And it was pretty simple. It was a 3-day cleanse. Nothing, like I said, nothing too extreme. But yeah, it was interesting. It was all right. I don't know if I would do it again, but I know that some people do love cleanses. And cleanses or detox diets have been around for centuries. There's some people that swear by them and you know, they do them quite regularly. And then there's others that say, oh, they're just a waste of time and money and can even be dangerous. But you know, if it's something that you do for yourself and you're getting something of value out of it, then by all means keep doing it. If it's something that you think is stupid, don't do it. Very easy, don't do it. So totally up to you. This is totally your call. There's really no scientific evidence that we actually have to cleanse, but some, like I said, some people get real value out of it. So if that's you, keep doing what you're doing. That's great. So what is a cleanse? So basically, doing a cleanse means that you're going to eliminate processed foods, caffeine, alcohol, replace them with organic vegetables, healthy fats, vegetable-based proteins, and you do this for a certain period of time. Hey, John, thanks for coming over. Some cleanses go a step further and they actually eliminate all solid foods. I think that can be a little bit dangerous depending on the type of person doing them. If you're the type of person who, if you've had any past experiences with eating disorders, I would not recommend trying to do a juice cleanse or anything like that. I think it's too much of a trigger. If you've never done a cleanse before, I wouldn't suggest trying an all liquid cleanse to start off with because you're going to feel really crappy. So I don't like those. I think solid food is kind of necessary so you're getting calories for your body to be able to operate properly. So the idea behind the cleanse is that you get rid of the stuff that's bogging down your system, and then you take in things that will help your body flush out what's built up, the toxic buildup in your body. And you know, we are exposed to toxins every single day. Even those of us that eat healthy, we're still being exposed to certain toxins in our foods. So you know, it might be something that you might want to try. People who are against cleansing argue that the body is capable of cleansing itself, and this is perfectly true. This is not wrong at all. The body is capable of cleansing itself. And as I mentioned, there's no real scientific proof that nutritional cleanses are necessary or even work. But if it's something that works for you, do it. John, you did the Mean Green one once. How did you like it? Did you get some good results? Did you feel better? Is it something you'd do again? Hey, Letitia, how's it going? Oh, you're from Sanford. Thanks for joining us. So our bodies are capable of cleansing themselves. I would say if you're the type of person, though, where you're eating a ton of junk all the time and you've just gotten to such a toxic state and you've decided you want to take your health under your control and start getting healthy, you know, it might not hurt to start off and do a cleanse, like a 3-day cleanse that includes, you know, solid foods as well as liquids. So like, you know, organic vegetables, vegetable-based proteins, healthy fats, and that kind of thing. So you might want to kickstart it that way, but I would say that's for people who are constantly eating processed foods and a lot of stuff that's not good for your body. So your body probably is really bogged down and just kind of needs that break from all of that stuff. John, you lasted 3 days and the headache was too much. Yes, that is definitely a side effect of cleansing. So when your body is cleaning itself out and the toxins are leaving your body, one of the things that you probably will experience is a headache. You might also experience nausea. When toxins are coming out, it's not going to be pain-free. So if it's like a debilitating headache, then yeah, you're not going to want to really continue with that particular cleanse. Maybe do something that's a little less aggressive of a cleanse. Just start by just eliminating the bad stuff like the processed foods, the alcohol, and the caffeine. Although caffeine, if you are using a lot of caffeine and you want to eliminate it, don't just cut it out completely, because it will be a very bad experience. You'll get really bad headaches. Just cut down, wean off of it, and slowly get it out of your system. I think any like extreme changes are going to be too stressful on the body. So when you want to make a change, like, don't go to the extreme, work your way down. My competition is a great example of that. Like, we don't go from, bulking at 2,500 calories and then like starving yourself right away. Like, we wean down on the calories and the carbs slowly, and then the body gets more used to it. It's not such a shock on the system. And then once I finish my competition, we reverse diet out of it. So then we start with those low calories, and then every week we add a little more, add some more carbs, add, and it's just a lot better on the body. My body reacted very well the first time that I did a competition. So weaning myself off and then reverse dieting back, I didn't have anything that I would say was a bad reaction or anything like that. So yeah, doing things slowly I think is really a good idea rather than going to any extremes. So pros and cons of cleanses. So some pros. Increased energy and sense of vitality. That's what people say that they experience on these cleanses. I agree. When I did my 3-day cleanse, I did notice an increase in my energy. I was a little grouchy on day 2 of it. Day 1 wasn't so bad. Day 2, a little grouchy. Day 3, I was like really glad it was going to be ending soon. Some people go on really long cleanses, and they talk about this feeling of euphoria that they get, which is great. If that's what they're experiencing, all the power to them. That's great. Another pro, revitalized mind and spirit. So that's a good thing. Another pro is it cuts out bad eating habits. So if you've been eating badly, eating poorly, you've been eating a lot of junk and caffeine and alcohol, you're going to cut it out. So that's a good thing. So it cuts those habits out. And quite often, once you cut the habit out, you're not really that quick to go back to that particular habit. When I was a daily wine drinker, and when I started doing my competitions, I had to cut that down to 1 day a week, and I didn't mind it at all. And then when I finished my competition, I was like, yeah, I'm fine with drinking 1 day a week, and not a big deal at all. So it's kind of nice that way. It makes you more mindful of what you're putting in your body, and that's always good, because quite often what we put in our body day to day, we're not really thinking about it. It's just kind of habit where, like, you stop at your favorite coffee place, you get your coffee, and you buy yourself a scone. You don't even think about it, you eat it, and you're not even mindful of it. So cleansing makes you very mindful, makes you a little hungry too, which is probably why you're a little more mindful. But, it makes you appreciate what, putting good food into your body does, and how great that feels. And the last pro I have on this particular list is that it helps you discover the foods that you're sensitive to, because once you finish your cleanse and you go back to your usual diet, you're going to notice right away if something aggravates your system, and then you can make the decision that maybe you shouldn't be adding that back into your diet. And that's the best thing to do. Your body has a great way of telling you what you should and shouldn't have. But if you can't tell that your body is aggravated, then you're not going to know what to cut out. So once you kind of cleanse and you're starting fresh, and then you eat or drink something, and all of a sudden you have a reaction to it, like maybe you notice inflammation, like maybe you notice that your hands kind of swell up or something like that, like something as simple as that tells you that this particular food doesn't do well in your body, and you should think about cutting that out. So some cons of a cleanse. If you suddenly start eating a lot of high fiber fruits and vegetables, you could experience some gastrointestinal discomfort. So if you are going to do it, be ready to drink lots and lots of water. You want to drink water. Anytime you increase your fiber, you got to increase your water. Otherwise, fiber has the exact opposite effect of what it's supposed to have on your body. So remember that. If you're a teenager, pregnant, or very active, following a low-calorie eating plan, even just for a few days, can be detrimental to your health. So be aware of that, especially anyone who's pregnant. You know, you got to be thinking about what you're growing inside of you. Cleanses are not meant for long-term weight loss. And some people, that's why they go on a cleanse. Like, oh, I want to lose weight. I'm going to go on a cleanse, kickstart this weight loss thing. They go on the cleanse. They lose a bunch of weight quickly from the cleanse. Personally, when I started my cleanse, I went down like 9 pounds overnight, and that was water weight. I was storing a lot of water. I retain water. That's just, you know, something my body does. So the weight you lose on these cleanses is mostly water weight, which will come back quite quickly. But some people are like, oh, this cleanse is working. I'm going to keep on this cleanse, and they stay on it for too long, and it leads to disordered eating and could actually become potentially life-threatening. So don't use a cleanse as a way to lose weight. Yeah, you'll lose weight according to the scale, but it's just water weight. You're just flushing out that water. And yeah, like, I'm not kidding. It was 9 pounds for me. Like, I knew that I retained water. I didn't know that I was retaining 9 pounds of water. Like, that's a lot to be carrying around. So very interesting when I saw that. And also the last con is, cleanses haven't actually really been proven to rid your body of toxins any better than your own bodily mechanisms. So, as I said, there's no real scientific proof that it's really necessary to do. Our bodies are capable of cleansing themselves. But as I said, if you're eating a bunch of processed crap all the time and you're just putting toxins into your body, then, you know, rather than looking for a particular cleanse to do, just cut out the stuff you know that your body doesn't need and shouldn't be going into your body. If you're not sure what that is and you want to ask me questions, please feel free to send me a message. I like to take people's food diaries for at least 3 days and see what their eating patterns are like, and then try to advise them that way. So if that's something you're interested in doing, let me know. You can just send me an email and I'll look through your eating and give you some tips. So, you know, if you're still debating, if you're thinking about trying one, go for it. Go for a healthy one that has actual food in it, you know, healthy food, those organic vegetables, vegetable-based proteins, healthy fats. Don't go for the one that's like just juice for 30 days or whatever, because there's some really crazy cleanses out there, and if you're not careful, you can get yourself into some trouble. And like I said, if you've had any kind of past issues with eating disorders, you definitely don't want to go down that road. It's going to be a trigger, and last thing you want to do is end up back where you were. So, you know, if you really want to try it, you know, be smart about it. Try not to go below 1,000 calories. If you are active, plan to be inactive on the days that you're doing your cleanse. So take some days off, maybe just do some nice yoga or a nice stroll outside, just something very, very low energy. If you're cleansing your body is working to get rid of these toxins. If you're taxing your body with exercise, it's going to interfere with the cleanse. And with the cleanse, if it's really low in calories, that's going to interfere with the amount of energy you have. So best to just take a few days off if you're going to do a cleanse. You know, if it makes you feel, if you've been doing them and it makes you feel good, then as I said, by all means, you know, keep doing it, enjoy it. Don't worry about what people are saying to you. If you're one of those people who say that they are stupid and it's a waste of time and money, then don't do it. Nobody's forcing you to do it. And please don't put down your friends or family who decide to do it for themselves. It's not your business. If it works for them and it's doing them good and it's a healthy thing for them, let them do what they're doing. They're not forcing you to go on a cleanse or anything like that. So don't tell them that what they're doing is stupid. So that's it. I got to get going because I have to meet a client pretty soon and then go out and see my chiro to get my hamstring worked on. Stupid hamstring. I am a little less than 5 weeks out now from my competition. So in the back of my head, I'm stressing a little bit because I'm having to take a little bit of a different approach to my workouts, because there's certain things that I do that are aggravating my hamstring, and now I'm kind of getting nervous that I'm not going to be able to do the things that I need to do in order for me to do well in my competition. So it's just a little bit of negative talk going on in my head, which I'm going to work on getting out of my head and just look at what I can do now. Don't worry about what I can't do, and just stay positive about it. So yeah, we all struggle with negative thoughts every now and then. So you just have to learn how to deal with those. So if you have any comments, any questions, please feel free to add them to this. If you've done cleanses and you want to share the kind of cleanse you did, we'd love to hear about it. If you want to ask about certain cleanses, ask here. You never know, someone looking at this or reading the comments might have experience with that particular cleanse. They can give you some information. This is all about sharing information and helping each other. So please don't be shy to comment. And if you do want to ask me anything, if you want to send me a private message, feel free. Don't ever be shy from doing that. As I always say, this is what I do for a living. I love what I do. I want to keep doing it. And when you ask me questions, it just really makes me really super happy. And if you do want me to check out your food journal for 3 to 5 days, let me know. I'll give you my email address. You can put together your food diary for the next few days. Send it to me and I'll take a look over it and tell you what I think of it and give you some tips and advice. All right, guys, have an awesome day, and I will see you again tomorrow.